Hi, my Tubies, my Teletubbies. It's me, Sheila Truelove, and today's topic for discussion is reasons why being with a narcissist will always fail. And how many of us want to be a failure in life? I know I don't. Like I always tell certain people in my life, there's nowhere down that I want to be. Like Diana Ross said in her movie, Lady Sings the Blues. Ain't nowhere down that I want to be. Now, in order for any relationship to work, I think we are smart enough to know that the number one thing that you must have is what? Yep, you said it. Communication. Now, how can you communicate with someone who have rage issues, like the average narcissist, or someone who is a pathological liar? Is that the idea of communication? Without communication, the only thing you're going to have is a relationship that is filled with bitterness and a whole lot of resentment. And I don't have to tell you because you've lived it. I've lived it. Okay? Most narcissists, they don't know how to communicate because they are more emotional than logical. To them, a narcissist, feelings are facts. That's what it is. That has nothing to do with logic. You know, feelings, that's emotional. Feelings, the way they feel, that's the fact. They don't care about what other people need. They don't. Their main objective is to find someone who's going to fill what they need. Let's put emphasis on that again. What they need. Like a baby. Let's think about a baby. They only care about their needs being met. They cry. They don't care about what mom has to do. They want what they want. They cry. They have temper tantrums. Only thing that a baby cares about is, what are you doing for me? They don't have an iota of concern in terms of what's going on in your life. And that's just like a narcissist. Since they cannot meet their own needs themselves, and God knows they can't, they're always looking for people who can. You can't communicate with someone like this. You just can't. Remember also that narcissists, they feed on the feelings of others. They grow stronger by tearing other people down and by making other people feel weak. To them, the only thing that ever truly matters is their own self-gratification. And one of the easiest ways for them to attain this self-gratification is by hurting and trying their best. They're trying, and I do put words on emphasis with trying, because my ex-narc, he tried. But Jehovah God and Jesus Christ, you ain't breaking this one down, honey. But they always try to sit around and break you down. And they always try to hurt you. And anyone else who comes around in their lives, that's all they do, is they try to hurt you and try to tear you down. But you can't let them do that, darling. You have to take your life back. Take your life back. Take back your power. It's all about power. And I love the idea of power. Yes. Capricorn, Moon, and Leo. Power. Take back your power. Narcissists, they don't only want to control you, but they want to dominate you. Now, before we talk about this further, what's the difference between control and domination? To control someone is when someone has no choice but to do whatever you want them to do, because if you don't, guess what they're going to do? They're going to shun you, they're going to give you the silent treatment, or they're going to leave you. That's somebody who's a control freak. Either you do it my way or see things my way, or I'm going to give you the silent treatment. Control freaks, losers. Can we do the... Yeah. Let's do that. Loser. Anyway, but to dominate, that's a different thing. Now, when you think about the movie with Farrah Fawcett, I don't know if you've seen it. It's called The Burning Bed. You know, that is someone who's willing to... They use force or violence to get what they want, or to get you to do whatever they want. I don't know if you've seen The Burning Bed, but you can see it on YouTube if you get a chance. Check out that movie. That's dominance. Also, let's not forget about manipulation, because God knows we meet so many people who try to manipulate us. Manipulate us. And that's when they lead you to believe that it's your choice or your idea to do what you want. They make it seem like it's you doing what you want after they've already planted the seed. They've already planted the seed of what they really want, but after they've already planted the seed in your mind, that's how they get you to do what they really want. Manipulation, which narcissists are really good at that as well. Not even narcissists, actually, business people are pretty good at that, to be honest. Now, another reason it's never going to work with a narcissist is because without trust, you've got to have trust in the relationship. Am I right or wrong? Because without trust, there's no reason to continue. There's no reason to even go on with the relationship. Because if you're in a relationship where there's no trust, that relationship is going to be filled with nothing but stress, pain, misery, and suffering. And as we all know, I think there's intelligent people coming to my channel, or intellectuals to some extent, if you will, and we are older people. We all know that stress leads to strokes, stress leads to heart attacks, and it even leads to death, and it also leads to progressive aging. Who the hell wants to look older before their time? You have so many people sitting out here spending gobs of money to try to look anti-age. But with stress, you lose your hair. My daughter put me through so much stress, child. I've been through PTSD with my daughter. I don't even want to go into it. But when I tell you that stress is no joke, trust me when I tell you. So in order for a relationship to work, you also need to be able to support each other. We know this from experience. Now, in order for a relationship to be successful, let me reiterate that you have to support each other. I can't be doing all the work and you're doing absolutely nothing. That's going to work. But from our experience that we've had with narcissists, that's the last thing a narcissist is interested in. Am I right or wrong? It's all about what they want and what they need, or they feel they need. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue of what being a team player. Do they even have? They don't. And I'm not going to even ask the question. They don't have a clue of what being a team player is all about. Lastly, most narcissists, check this out. This is very important. What I'm about to share with you now, they don't give a damn about God or Jesus Christ. Now, without God in your relationship, you have no foundation. You don't. And a foundation, we need a foundation when you're in relationships, because foundations or marriages or relationships and family, let's talk about family, that's the foundation not only for godly things, but it's a foundation for the community. Without a healthy family, or the whole thing just falls apart. And like I said, when you don't have God in your relationship, you have no foundation. So don't fall for the narcissist, if they're willing to go to church with you. Because I had my ex-narc, he went to the meetings, he gave Bibles, whatever. He would study on Saturdays with us, but that was all a part of his setup, and that was all a part of his trap. So if you see, check this out, and this is what I definitely noted with my ex-narc. And the only reason why I talk about him, he thinks that, oh, you're still thinking about... No, honey, it's only because you're the only full-blown narc that I've ever experienced. Like when the one I loved like crazy, Gregory, he was, not a full-blown narc. He was not full-blown. But my ex-husband that I just experienced now, oh, hell no, it's not the reason I'm talking about you. It's the only reason because you're the only experience that I have to talk about. I've never in my life had anyone treat me so poorly and so badly as my ex-husband. So if you see that they're going to church, but they're not applying anything that they're learning like he did, he went to the church, Kingdom Hall it was called. He got the suits, he did everything, but nothing was reaching his heart, nothing. He wasn't applying anything that he learned. And I already made it very clear when I met him. From day one, you have to keep it real with people. What you're looking for and what you expect. I want to live a Christian lifestyle. I wanted a Christian lifestyle. There are many lifestyles that people can lead. You can live a satanic lifestyle. You can live a Christian lifestyle. Well, actually, there are only two sides, satanic or Christian. And when I say Christian lifestyle, I don't want fanatics. Because you have a lot of people claim that Christians, I don't do this. I don't watch TV. I don't do this. I don't drink. I don't wear pants. No, no. Don't want fanatics. I want people who are on Jesus Christ's team. Jesus Christ, we have in the Bible a list of deadly sins. As long as you're not committing deadly sins like fornication, adultery, Jesus Christ said the two greatest commands is that we're supposed to love God and love each other. And as long as we can love each other and love God, we good. It's called the golden rule. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. And that's the way I live my life. So it's not complicated. I don't have to look at a bunch of commandments and be this fanatic and I don't wear pants and I don't do eyeliner. Oh, get real. Come on already. But as long as I follow those two commands, it's to love God and love Jesus and love God and love each other, we good. Now, when you love someone, you're going to look out for their best interest. Am I correct? So you know you're not going to go wrong. You don't need to be jealous of other people. I'm never hardly jealous. I'm never jealous of people. Instead of being jealous, I use them as my inspiration. They're my inspiration to, wow, if they could do it, then I can do it. Wow, if she could look that hot in those pants, she's my inspiration. You don't need to go through jealousy. You don't need to have that because that's not a part of loving each other. You're sitting around jealous and envious. Baby. Use that as your inspiration. I think that's, I don't know, wiser or smarter somewhere along the line. But anyway, when you see that these narcissists are not applying anything that they are learning, then you know for sure that they are just going through the motions, okay? When I say you have to have God and Christ in your relationship, what I mean is that you both have to be taking God and Jesus Christ seriously. The foundation for any happy relationship is a willingness to what? To submit to one another. To consider the other person before you consider yourself. Put them before you put yourself. Now, let's laugh at this. You and I know that will never happen with being with a narcissist. But the thing is, what you have to keep in mind, what's going to help make it easier for you to get away from a narcissist, when you know you deserve better, it's easy. It's so easy breezy to walk away and let a narcissist go. Now, that's the thing that most empaths have a problem doing, or they have a problem remembering that. And you need to remember that. What do you deserve? I can't answer that for you. Only you can truly answer that question. Now, if nobody know, now you know you're a low down, dirty, no good piece of whatever the hell, then you know you deserve to be with this character. Me, if you are a Proverbs 31 type of woman, you know what you deserve. Don't sit up here and keep busting your buns for someone who's never going to appreciate you. It's never going to be enough. No. The question, like I said, that most empaths, my beautiful empaths, because we're so, like Jesus Christ said, we're supposed to love each other, and that's what we thought we were doing. You know, at the same time, you have to keep in mind, what do you deserve? What do you deserve? Only you can truly answer that question. If you feel like you deserve the crap that you're dealing with, then you probably do deserve it. Because you're probably rotten and evil within yourself. And if you feel like you're rotten and evil, why? Because what somebody on the outside said, somebody who's not inspired by God, what they said, why do we care about what imperfect humans have to say? Don't you ever feel like your worth is, what? Something that Sheila Truelove never, I've suffered. No, actually, I'm not going to, I never suffered from that because I did. But the moment I hit 33, no, man, no. Sheila Truelove knew her worth, and Sheila Truelove knew exactly, and I still know exactly what I deserve because I'm a good person. I'm smart. I'm strong. I have something that most people don't have. And I'm living in this town of Albany, in New York. Trust me when I tell you, I have something that most people, even women, don't have. It's hard to find a woman who has common sense. And it's hard to find someone who's consistent. I have those two things. That's so hard to find. I'm consistent. I am a Proverbs 31 type of female. So read on Proverbs, and when you see that she milks the cow, that she pulls the wool, it don't mean that. It means that she's a hard worker. She's a hard worker, and she's consistent. Because you have so many females that start off on the good foot. They be like real good to the guy. And they'll be like making dinners from scratch and all. They're not consistent though. That's how I know that I'm different from other females, because I know I have something that most of these females don't have in the whole world. And that's called common sense. Because if you had common sense, if someone is treating you badly, you out, you done. That without, I understand you trying to hang on and try to work. No. You're done. That's a wrap. I'm out. Anyway, this is Sheila True Love, always loving you like always, and you know I do. That's why I make these videos. Until next time, you always have a choice. Remember that. Please choose wisely. Not only do you looking out for you, but I love you. How do I love you? It's called agape type love. I don't have to know you personally, but I know of you. And when I say I know of you, it's because I've experienced the same thing that you're experiencing. And I have agape love for you. Until next time, bye for now.